Do you think Cyril Gane beats Stipe? I think Cyril beats Jon. I think Cyril Gane beats Jon Jones.
Been popped off since I turned 16. Make 6 figures, 2 bands a week. Talking to the dawn every time we speak. These bitches can't move on. It must be me.
If I'm being honest, a couple weeks ago I didn't really know who Cyril Gane was, and honestly, I pretty much, after the Volkov fight, I read off every Derrick Lewis fight as an automatic win. Because, bro, he lost 24 and a half minutes and still knocked him out. In 24 and a half minutes of losing, getting your ass beat, bro, you still have knockout power. That is a freak of nature. That is a freak of nature that does not happen, bro. Does not happen, okay? Every heavyweight has knockout power, but after getting your ass beat, bro, Jesus. Dude, real shit, I'm gonna be vulnerable with you guys. I got about 3 minutes of really getting my ass kicked before I'm kind of like, fuck this practice. I'm like, fuck this shit. After like 3 minutes of really getting my ass kicked, that's about half a wrestling match, I'm exhausted, all right? Because in getting your ass kicked, when you're getting your ass kicked, you're trying your hardest. If you're losing really bad in a competitive fight, you are trying your absolute hardest and still failing. It's still not enough, okay? So most people, right, myself included, have got about 3 minutes of really getting your shit fucked. Like you're really just getting messed up. Okay, 24 and a half minutes is unheard of. That is so insane. So insane, okay? So I pretty much wrote off Derrick Lewis fights as constant Derrick wins. I've watched the Cyril Gane fight. How wrong could I have been? Dude, how wrong could I have been? I assume because Derrick was in the NFL that he's done all the like footwork drills and stuff. He's fast. He's gonna be able to catch most people. Block in the NFL, the people in the UFC are not nearly as athletic as NFL football players. So in my mind, I'm like, he'll catch anyone. Cyril Gane danced around the ring. He danced around the ring and picked them apart like Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman. After that fight, I was like, he'll still have issues with Francis. He's still gonna have problems with Francis, right? Francis is an animal. He weighs 20 pounds less and he's an inch taller. Much more agile, much more athletic specimen, right? Derrick is still crazy athletic, but Francis is a freak of nature. If Francis Ngannou can touch anyone, he's gonna put them to bed. Same thing with Derrick Lewis. If he can touch you, he's gonna put you to bed. Cyril Gane was able to dance around the ring with Derrick. Will he be able to do the same thing against Francis is the real question. I've seen the sparring footage, and if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's basically Francis not really landing anything and Cyril piecing him up, all right? I believe this was footage from like 5 years ago, so take it with a grain of salt. Between fights, you can watch Francis Ngannou. He becomes exponentially better every single fight. Between his last fight and his most recent Stipe fight, it was insane. It was insane how much better he got, just his sprawling, just his wrestling, just his ability to circle. It's crazy how much better he got. So in 5 years, it's like, that's not the same fight. Those aren't the same fighters. 5 years of training essentially will bro, look at Conor McGregor 5 years ago. In 2016, he was on top of the world knocking everyone out. Now, can't do shit. He can't pull a rabbit out of his ass. So take that sparring footage with a very small grain of salt. If I had to make a pick, all right, I'd still go with Francis. All right, I'm still going with Francis, and here's why. Derrick Lewis is shorter and slower. The sparring footage is old, and sparring footage isn't always accurate, all right? I say this a lot, but a wrestling match is different from wrestling practice. Boxing matches are different from boxing practice, all right? An MMA fight is different from MMA practice. Francis's main weapon is putting people to sleep. If he puts all of his partners to sleep, he's not gonna have a lot of training partners. Let's be real, no one's gonna want to work out with him if they're just getting knocked out and hurt immediately. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to anyone. Okay, so he has to put, I know for a fact he's pulling his punches in practice. And that's his main weapon. He knocked out Cain Velasquez with his wrist. He literally hit him. He threw a hook, and it looked like Cain pulled forward, and the wrist hit him, and it knocked him out. That power knocked him out clean. Stipe was only able to dance around the ring for, I believe, 3 rounds, and he got knocked out in the 3rd, if not the 2nd. Now, do we think Cyril Gane is better than Stipe? He's amazing. You know what I mean? Top level wrestler, like holds the weight. He's he's very, very high level. Do I think Cyril Gane will beat Stipe? Well, that's what I want to see before he fights Francis. I think Cyril Gane should have to fight Stipe Miocic next. Right? That's only fair. That's only fair. If Stipe doesn't get the next title fight, he should at least get to fight Cyril Gane to prove that he should at least get the gatekeeper position. Alright, he should at least get that. If Cyril Gane can beat Stipe, alright, then there is a very, very good possibility that he can beat Francis. Very, very good possibility. I wouldn't say very good. There's a very real possibility. It's a very, very real possibility that he could beat Francis. Francis only has to hit you with the forearm. You know what I mean? He can literally just fucking yeah. Right? If he's got the power behind it, we've seen it already. It's proven. Okay, he's just gonna run and catch it. If Cyril Gane can make him gas out, if Cyril Gane can play this right, he can win. But it's a very slim chance, in my opinion. It's a very, very slim chance that Cyril Gane will be able to. He has to beat Stipe first, in my opinion. For this to even be a conversation, a real conversation, he has to beat Stipe or Jon Jones. If Jon Jones, honestly, I love Jon Jones, great champion, but bro, get in or get out. You know what I mean? Get your feet wet or shit or get off the pot. For real, jump in the water or not. Just pick a fight, do it. If he wins one fight, then he will automatically get the title. It won't even be a question. He's gonna, Jon Jones versus Stipe or Cyril Gane. Sounds good to me. That sounds like a fun fight. I think Cyril beats Jon. I think Cyril Gane beats Jon Jones. If he beats Stipe, maybe he has a chance of beating Francis. As it is, I think Francis is just too good to be beaten. I didn't see anything from the Derrick Lewis fight that Stipe doesn't bring himself. There's that. That's where my head's at. Cyril Gane is not better than Stipe Miocic, and Stipe Miocic got knocked out. That's basic MMA math. If you guys don't understand, you better get on the program. There's very strict formulas, and it works every time. If you guys like the video, if you guys think Francis has a chance at losing to Cyril, leave a comment down in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, because that matters now. And until next time, I'll see you guys. Peace.